Melbourne Knights travelled to a very wet George Andrews Reserve on Saturday evening to take on Dandenong Thunder in round 17 NPL Victoria action. The pitch was in less than perfect conditions heading into the clash, with the under-20s match, scheduled to play 2 hours before the senior match, cancelled due to the poor state of the pitch. The encounter was important for both sides, with the 9th placed Dandenong only 2 points ahead of the Knights, who were 1 place behind their opponents in 10th prior to the match. Knights head coach Andrew Marth made 3 changes to his squad which defeated Werribee City last Sunday, with captain Ben Suri unavailable while out of the country and Tomislav Uskok suspended after receiving 2 yellow cards in the Werribee game. Marijan Svitkovic, who wore the armband in Suri's absence, came into the starting 11, as well as Antun Kovacic, who pushed Milan Batur up the pitch into midfield to replace Uskok. The third change was a like-for-like swap, with youth player Nick Serbanovsky coming in for Sam Torrens, who dropped to the bench. For Dandenong Thunder, head coach Dean Hennessy also made 3 changes to his side that lost to Hume City in the previous round, with the biggest change being a switch in goalkeepers, as James Zanelli started ahead of Fraser Siddle. The other 2 changes saw captain Alan Makahi drop out of the squad altogether, and Feston Azizi dropped to the bench, as Matthew Miller and Ilar Parley were promoted. It was Thunder who got proceedings underway, but it was their opposition who dominated in the opening period of the match. In the second minute of play, the Knights fashioned their first chance and should have scored. A good through ball from Daniel Višević set up Jordan O'Doherty in the wing to square it for the incoming Stipo Andrijasevic, who forced a point-blank save from Dandenong goalkeeper James Zanelli. Two minutes later, and it was the hosts who looked dangerous when an outside-of-the-foot effort played Matthew Miller through, but the assistant's flag was up for offside. Dean Hennessy's men also tried their luck from range in the early stages of the match, but failed to test Knights custodian Chris May. In the 13th minute of play, some good pressure in Thunder's defensive third saw the hosts cough up possession, before eventually setting up a Knights attack. Višević put a brilliantly weighted ball through for Andrijasevic, who shimmied, cut inside, and then buried his effort into the bottom corner of the net. A good goal for Andrijasevic, who scored his second goal for the club since joining in the transfer window, adding to his 2 assists earned on debut. Continuing a trend seen in last weekend's defeat of Werribee City, Andrew Marth's men were quickly on the attack again and earned a spot kick when youngster Jordan O'Doherty went down inside the box. Višević stepped up and converted with ease, cementing his spot as favourite for the Knights' leading goalscorer. The Knights' domination continued in the minutes after Vicevic's goal, with Andrijasevic causing headaches for the Dandenong defenders, as well as earning his side an important free kick in the 20th minute. Vicevic then bagged his second assist of the evening when his floated free kick was headed home by Ivan Grgic. Another good goal from the 18-year-old centre-back, who has scored a number of headed goals this season from set pieces. Dandenong could have responded almost instantly after the Knights' third, when a flicked-on header was cleared off the line by O'Doherty. On the half-hour mark, the home side had another good opportunity when the ball was chested down well for Alan Kearney to strike first time, with his effort going inches wide of the target. 5 minutes later, and Cheyenne Alinejad found himself in the referee's notebook when his efforts to block a free kick were deemed wrongful, despite the match official being seemingly content with the winger's position prior to the set piece. At the retake, and with Alinejad in a not too dissimilar position, Thunder tested May with a tame header. Hennessy's players had a better headed chance shortly after when Lamb was picked out in the 6-yard box, but his effort was put right at the Knights' shot stopper. That was one of the last moments of note in the first half, with the score at 3-0 to the Knights as the players went into half-time. Dandenong took the attack intent shown in the dying embers of the first half into the second, and scored barely 5 minutes out from the sheds, when a Miller cross picked out Jared Barnes at the back post, who did well to put his first-time volley past May and into the back of the net. The Thunder goal seemed to add a bit of spice to the match, and shortly after, a tussle between Vicevic and Miller resulted in the Knights man earning a yellow card from the referee. The home side continued to look dangerous, but struggled to put away their chances, including a 58-minute Kearney effort which went just wide. But Dandenong's momentum was quickly crushed when, 65 minutes in, Michael Doyle got on the end of a Vicevic corner kick to restore the Knights' 3-goal cushion. That was Doyle's first goal in a Melbourne Knights shirt, who is another addition to Andrew Marth's squad, who signed in the transfer window. Thunder continued to create chances after conceding, but their final ball lacked the quality needed to get back on the score sheet. So 4-1 it finished, with goals from Andrijasevic, Vicevic, Grgic and Doyle handing the Knights their 4th consecutive win in all competitions, which sees the away side leapfrog Thunder into 7th position on the NPL Victoria table. Captain on the day, Marijan Cvitkovic, spoke to media after the big win.
Marijan, obviously a massive win, 4-1. What are your overall thoughts just straight after that?
Yeah, I think the boys put in a really solid effort. we touched the base on how we played so well against them in the first game at our ground, and obviously we dropped the points, which was extremely disappointing. So, we wanted to make amends on that, get out there with a strong start. And obviously we did that. I think we scored 3 goals in about 20, 25. Credit to the boys up front, very clinical. And just thrilled to get the 3 points.
Obviously, losing to Dandenong at home earlier in the season, does it make it that little bit extra special, sort of coming here and getting the 3 points? Yeah,
definitely. Stabber touched the base on it just before the game, how we played so well, and for all the possession and all the chances that you do create, end of the day you need to convert, score goals, and we wanted to chase those 3 points back, and we did that.
From a personal point of view, you're obviously coming back from injury. This was your first start, I believe, since you've come back. How happy are you to get 90 minutes under the belt? Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Obviously it was a bit premature. I didn't really plan on it to start this week, but with Tommy suspended and been away, obviously had to sort of step up. But no, I was thrilled. My last 90-minute game was against Dandy at home, so it's been a long time between drinks, but wrapped.
You had the captain's armband tonight. Does that add any extra pressure, or is it sort of business as usual?
No, not really. It's more, you sort of enjoy it more. You obviously do have that bit more responsibility on your hands, but you sort of had to step up to it. I've just enjoyed it, went out there, tried to enjoy it as much as possible, and credit to the boys, did the job. So.
Started quite strongly, scoring 3 goals in 20-odd minutes. Did Stabber say anything in particular before the game for that to sort of happen?
No, we just obviously, we're an attacking team, and we want to create as many chances as possible. And like I said, going back to that first game, we created so many chances and just couldn't convert. So it was great that, finally we've got a lot of attacking prowess now. Steeple's in the squad and he's clinical and sharp as, and Visa behind him doing the job, and they were all involved in those goals. So we're going forward with a lot of confidence, knowing those boys can do the job for us. So.
And just finally, looking ahead, there's the semi-final against Bentley early next week. Is that already... the next focus, and how are you feeling heading into that one?
Yeah, 100%. We're buzzing for it, so we can't wait. Obviously, the prospect of playing in the final, if we do advance, we'll go to training on Monday, have a light one, and prepare for that, and see what happens after that.